Hello everyone, welcome in the new session. Today we are going to discuss a new topic, determination of income, output and employment. First of all, we will discuss the learning objective. After finishing these topics, you will be able to understand the meaning of AD and its components, and also you will be able to understand the meaning of aggregate supply. AD means aggregate demand, and to analyze the conditions of equilibrium level of income and output, employment and output. Now, let's we start. What we will discuss in this concept in this session. First of all, we will discuss Keynesian and economic thought. Second, on aggregate demand, aggregate supply, and the equilibrium level of income and output by AD or AS approach and SI approach. So let's we start first. Classical and Keynesian thought. Classical thought is given by classical economists like Mill, Pigou, and J.S. Mill, Pigou, Ricardo, etc. And the Keynesian thought is known as by the J.M. Keynes. Classical economists they believe that free economy, it means there is no interfere of the government in the economy. But Keynesian economists they believe that government intervention is must, government intervention is required. Classical believe that full employment equilibrium and automatic phenomena in the economy. It means unemployment will disappear by market forces of demand and supply if unemployment arise. And according to J.S. Mill, when the supply creates their own demand. It means the producer produce the goods that automatically it will demand will be created and it will be sold. It means there is a no unemployment, there is a no unsold goods in the market. But Keynesian believe that if supply creates their own demand, there is a no great depletion in the economy. So they believe that the full employment equilibrium not an automatic phenomena. Government investment, government intervention is required to generate employment opportunity and remove the unemployment. And the supply will not create their own demand. But classical against all this, I believe that profit maximization is the motive because the unemployment will disappear by the market forces of demand and supply. So the producer main motive is the profit maximization. But here Keynesian believe that the economy main motive is the social welfare, not as a profit maximization. So these are the classical and Keynesian thought. Now we will discuss the Keynesian economy, the aggregate demand, aggregate supply, and then the equilibrium level of income, output, and employment. So let's we first start aggregate demand and its main component. Aggregate demand, the total demand for all goods and services, all final goods and services by all consumer in an economy during an year. It means during an accounting year, the total demand by the consumer on all goods and all final goods and services is called a aggregate demand. Another word we can say the total demand in an economy during an accounting year is called a aggregate demand. Aggregate demand is equal to C. C means consumption, I investment expenditure plus government expenditure plus export minus import. One thing I want to clear here, we have two type of economy, closed economy and open economy. Closed economy have relation with the trade relation with the another country. It means they export and import of the goods. Open closed economy, there is a no relation with the another country, but open economy have relation with the another trade relation with the another country. So here these are the component of the open economy. But when we will discuss the equilibrium level of income, output, employment, we will take only the two sectors, household and firm, and the closed economy. So at that time, our aggregate demand we will take as a C plus I only, not export and import. So let's we discuss here the component of the aggregate demand. The main component, the main determinant of the aggregate demand are first is the private final consumption demand. In the demand of private and households and non-profit making institution serving household for durable goods like TV, fan, semi-durable goods like clothes, shoes, non-durable goods, vegetable, bread, milk, etc. It means demand by the private sectors of the durable, non-durable, semi-durable goods is a component of the private final consumption demand or a aggregate demand. So first component of the aggregate demand, total demand by the private sectors on the for the household purpose, for the consumption purpose. It is related to the consumption demand. The second demand is component is the government final consumption demand. It is the expenditure incurred by the government on purchase of the goods and services which need to provide facility to the general public, like as a expenditure on the road, school, bridge, hospital, etc. Government spend more money on the welfare of the people on the different activity. The total expenditure done by the government on the different activity to provide welfare to the public as a part of the government final consumption demand. The level of government expenditure is determined by the government policy. It means government want to spend more money. It means government want to provide more welfare to the people. If government want to spend less money, it means government want to provide less welfare to the people. So that every expenditure is depend on the government policy. It means level of the expenditure is determined by the government policy. What type of government policy means. The third component is the investment demand by the private sector, in which we include all the expenditure by the private firm on purchase of capital goods. Capital goods means the goods which is used for the further production, like as a plant, equipment, building, machine, etc. It means the private sector spend money on the investment on the capital goods to meet in the economy, investment made in the economy in order to increase the production or maybe maintain the present level of a production. They want to expand the production activity in the country. So this invest money. So that is the part of the aggregated demand or a component of the aggregate demand. The total expenditure done by the private sector on the capital goods is a private investment demand. It means they demand for the increase the production activity. The fourth is the net export. It is a difference between export of goods and import of goods and services during an accounting year, during any year. It means some foreigners purchase goods from the country, they purchase our goods and services, and we also purchase from the another country. The difference is called a net export. Net export means our purchasing from the another country are less compared to they purchase from us. When we export more and import less, the difference is a net export. So these are the four component of aggregate demand. Now the next is aggregate supply. Aggregate supply refer flow of goods and services or a total value added in an economy. It means the total value added by the different production unit is a aggregate supply. Or in other words, we can say the total desired supply in an economy by the producers is the aggregate supply. We know that aggregate supply net value added factor cost is equal to income generation, income generated. It means so AS is a equal to the C plus S. Means C is the consumption and S is the saving. Saving is the part of income which is not a consumed or consumption in the on the expenditure on the consumption item. So AS is also equal to the Y. Y means an income. So AS is measured estimated as sum total of consumption and saving. So aggregate supply is the total supply in an economy, a total desired supply in an economy, or another word we can say the flow of goods and services or total value in an economy in a year. So this is aggregate supply. Now behavior of aggregate supply. AS curve start from origin, which means no production at zero level of employment. It means if production is zero, the employment at time zero, then AS is zero. Mean income is zero. So AS curve start from the origin. Origin. AS is upward sloping with 45 degree. It means the proportion to increase or decrease of income and employment is the same. AS increase or decrease in same proportion to increase or decrease in the income and employment. So that's why the AS curve is 45 degree angle. It means uh, upward slope of the AS curve, and it is equal to income. It means normally we will not assume as a AS line when we discuss the determination of income or income. We will assume that is a line of reference, the OY. Now we will discuss determination of income and employment and output. There are two approaches for the determination of equilibrium level of output. One is AD or AS approach. Second is the S or I approach. Let's first we start AD or AS approach. In AD or AS approach, the determination of equilibrium level of output is confined in this only two sector, household and firm, that already I told you. Here we will take as a closed economy. So AD is equal to C plus I. C is the consumption demand, I is the investment demand. It means I is the autonomous investment, not a induced investment. Two type of investment is there. Autonomous, which is independent from the profit and income. Induced, which is depend on the profit. So here we are taking autonomous investment, not a induced investment. So it is equal to C plus I. AS is a desired output during an accounting year. Yeah, the total supply in economy. So hence it is Y, income. Means we desired income of the economy. The desired output during an accounting year is AS. So first equilibrium arises where the determination of income and output, where equilibrium arises. Equilibrium is attained when AD is equal to AS. Means AD intersect AS. Aggregate demand intersect AS aggregate supply. At that point is the equilibrium point of the economy. In other words, we can say equilibrium can be attained at full employment, underemployment, or full employment condition. When it is not compulsory, the equilibrium is arise only the full employment position or underemployment position or full employment, yeah, beyond full employment condition. It can be arise, it can be attained in all the conditions, maybe it is full employment, underemployment, or yeah, beyond full employment. Full employment means where all the given resources they are employed. Underemployment means the given resources are not employed. Uh, the some are unemployed, some employed. Beyond full employment means the given resources are already employed, but the and now more demand is increased, so that is a beyond full employment. But equilibrium can be arise in any three conditions. So let's we start the determination, the explanations. Schedule with the help of table and diagram. The schedule showing determination of equilibrium level of income. First in schedule we will take income, Y. Second is the C. Third is the I. Already I told you autonomous investment. AD is equal to C plus I. That already we have discussed. So here one thing is most important in Y and C. Y is the income, C is the consumption. When income is zero, consumption is not zero. Some consumption is there. As per Keynes' psychological law of consumptions, when income is zero, consumption is there. But when income increase, consumption not increase equal to the income. That means it's not mean that when income increase 10, then the consumption also increase 10. Maybe it increase less compared to the income. So Y is zero here, C is the consumptions. And the second thing, when income is zero, some consumption is there. That is called a autonomous consumption at point of zero level of income. It means without any income, we spend some money. So that is autonomous consumptions at zero level of the income. So here in the table, in the schedules, when zero income is zero, or consumption is 5. When income increase 10, consumption increase 5, total is 10. When income increase 20, but consumption not increase 10, here increase only 5, mean 10 to 15. When income increase 30, 20 to 30, consumption increase 15 to 20, mean that income is increasing 10, 10, but consumption increase 5, 5 not equal to the income. When income is 40, or consumption is 25, when income is 50, or consumption is 30. I is the autonomous investment that is independent from the profit and income. So it will be remain same 10, 10, 10, 10. We can assume any uh, value of autonomous investment. We are taking only 10 here. So AD is equal to the C plus I. C is the consumption, I is the investment. The total of is a AD, aggregated demand. So 5 plus 10 is 15, 10 plus 10, 20, 15 plus 10, 25, 20 plus 30, 10, 30, 25 plus 10, 35, 30 plus 10, 40. So AD. Now AS, that already I told you, AS is equal to Y. So equal to the Y we will take as a AS aggregate supply or a line of reference of OY. The OY is the income. So 0, 10, 20, 30. So here 30, in place of 30 we will take as a 40 and 50. Now the above table, this table show that the equilibrium level of income at 30 because at this level of income AD is equal to AS. Okay, on the point where income is 30, so at that point our AD is equal to AS, 30, 30. This portion is not a 30, it is a 40. By mistake it is written as a 30. It is 40 because the income is 40, so AS is also a 40. But at the point where income is 30, consumption is 20, I investment is 10, the total is aggregate demand is 30, so aggregate supply is also 30. So at that point, our equilibrium level of income is there. So our equilibrium level of income is 30, AD is 30 and AS is 30. The determination of income employment output arise in this level where income is 30. So this we can explain with the help of diagram also. In diagram, OXX represent income output and employment. OY represent AD or AS. OY is the line of reference, or it is also called a AS curve. AS is equal to C plus S, but normally it is known as a line of reference, the OY. AD start from the OY axis because when income is 0, some consumption is there. So we will add consumption plus investment, so it become a 15. So it start from the 15. When AD is equal to C plus I, when we will sketch or we will add the data on this curve. So on point E, where AD is equal to AS, where income is 30 and AS is also 30. So at that point, our equilibrium is arise. So this is the equilibrium level of income, output, and employment with the help of AD or AS approach. Now, some adjustment mechanism in this. What happened when AS is greater than AD? It means the point where AS is greater than AD after the equilibrium point where AS is more but AD is less. What happened when AD is less? AD is the greater than the AS at the point where before the equilibrium level where AD is greater compared to the AS. And what happened? How it arises in the equilibrium point where economy is on equilibrium. So diagram show that AD is greater than AS or AS is greater than AD on this point. Now, what happened when AD is less than AS? It means if AD are less, it means the flow of goods and services in the economy tend to exceed the demand. It means AD are less, AS is more. So it means demand is more. Uh, Flow of goods and supply is more, but the demand is less. Exceed the demand. So as a result, some of the goods remain unsold. It means goods are not sold in the economy because AD is less than the AS. Supply is more. Flow of goods and services are more in the economy. But at that time, some goods are remain unsold. To clear unwanted stock, producer will cut down the productions because if they unsold stock is there, so it means they will get lost. So they want to clear the stock which is available in the with the producer. So they will cut down the productions. If they cut, the employment will be reduced. Employment reduced, the income will be reduced, and then the AS will be reduced and become equal to the AD. Automatic it will come on and then it arises the equilibrium in the economy equal to the AD. In opposite of that, when AD is greater than AS, opposite of that, demand tend to be greater. If demand are more, the flow of goods and services are less. So all the existing stock would be sold out. It means the producers have very less product now. The stock is sold in the market. It results in unplanned and undesired decrease in inventory. Now unplanned and undesired decrease inventory will be decreased. Employment and output will increase to produce the more goods. They will increase the employment. They will increase the output. The equilibrium will be income will be increased, and it reach with the equilibrium. In short, maybe the price will also rise to reduce demand. So in this way, the equilibrium arises in the economy. So when AD is greater than AS or AS is greater than the mechanism, due to that mechanism, the equilibrium arises in the economy. So this is the AD or AS approach, and what happens when AD is greater than AS or AD is less than AS. Now, the second approach is the equilibrium when S is equal to I. S is the part of income which is not consumed, and investment, uh, which is for the further production, invest by the company, maybe government, firm, etc. So equilibrium level of income is determined at point where S is equal to I, or saving and investment are equal. Saving and investment at the point where equal, at that point by AD or AS is also equal. So in that equilibrium level, now we can show with the help of this schedule by S or I approach. As we can find out y minus c, I that already we have taken as autonomous investment. So income already we know 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, consumption 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That law of that consumption that already we have discussed. As we can find out y minus c, 0 minus 5 minus 5, 10 minus 10 0, 20 minus 15 5, 30 minus 20 10, 40 minus 25 15. Investment is 10, 10, 10, 10. It means it is autonomous fixed. So at the point where income is 30, our S is 10, our investment is 10. So at the point where AD is equal to AS, the same point where S is equal to I. So the equilibrium level of income and output employment arise in the economy at the point where S is equal to I. So this table where income is 30, not 300 crore here, it's 30. So at that point when S is equal to 10 and the I is equal to 10, the equilibrium arise in the economy. So in this, we can show with the help of diagram also. S at first point at zero level of income, it is minus 5. So it starts from the negative. Then it goes upward. I autonomous investment, which is fixed, which is parallel to the OX axis at point where income is 30, investment is 10, saving is 10, the equilibrium arises at point P, where S is equal to I. Income is 30 at that point. So this point, the equilibrium level of the income arise, but it is may not be necessarily that it is in full employment level only. It may be at underemployment, beyond full employment, or maybe at a full employment. It's not compulsory because the equilibrium will be arise at a full employment. When AD or AS intersect with the point, that is called effective demand. Now the mechanism or adjustment mechanism when what happened when S is greater than I, like as AD or AS, what happened when I is greater than S? This diagram show that both the point where I greater than S and S greater than I. OX axis income, OY, S and I, and S is start from the negative. Now, when S greater than I, it means saving is greater than investment. So it means if they are saving more, saving is part of income which is not consumed. So it means household and firm, they are not buying much as firm expected. It means we are saving more, we are keeping money more with us. That means we are not purchasing the goods. So the firm are expecting more that the people will purchase, but we are not purchasing. So it lead to undesired stock. Then if undesired stock will arise, producer will cut down productions, reduce income, and hence the saving this continue till S is equal to I. Income when the reduced, then the saving also reduce, and then the till it continue when the S is equal to I in the economy. When S less than I, it means saving is less, investment is more. It means household people are saving very less money and they are consuming more. Maybe they are investing more, they are maybe spending more. So this reduce the stock to correct the situation. Producer increase production. It means the same as the AD, the undesired stock will not with the producers, the stock production will reduce. They want to produce more. Producer increase production, increase employment, increase output, and then increase income, and then till saving increase until S is equal to I. So in this way, the equilibrium arise in the economy. So this is the equilibrium of income, output, employment with the help of S or I approach and mechanism. This is most important because sometimes they ask the mechanism also in the exam. Thank you. The next we will discuss in the next session.